Good morning, children. Today we will see the topics in the second chapter, that is sports and nutrition, that is food intolerance, food myths, and the effects of diet on performance. That is, before the competition, what the diet should be taken, during the competition, what type of diet should be taken by the sports person, and after the competition, what kind of diet should be taken by the sports person. Okay, today we will start from the next topic of the second chapter, that is food intolerance. Food intolerance means there are certain food which are not digested by a person. That means, in simple words, we can say that the food intolerance means when an individual cannot digest certain food properly. Okay, that means certain food is allergic to certain person, because after eating that food, the person is gets so many types of problems like digestive problem with food allergy, example. So we can say that food intolerance means the individual elements of particular food that cannot be correctly processed and absorbed by reasonable amount of the food, but if eaten in a large amount or too often, they get symptom of food intolerance, because the body cannot tolerate unlimited quantities. Causes of food intolerance. What are the causes? Partial or complete absence of the enzymes accountable for breaking down or absorbing the food elements causes food intolerance. These deficiencies are generally by birth. Next comes symptoms of food intolerance. Symptoms is generally nausea, 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 stomach pain, nervousness, diarrhea, vomiting, gas, cramps, then heartburn, irritability, and etc. Management. How to manage this problem of food intolerance? The person should meet expert doctor for their food intolerance and follow the instructions as given by the doctor or dietitian. Next topic is food myths. Myths means misconception. There are so many misconceptions. First one is drinking while eating makes you fat. The actual fact is that enzymes and their digestive juices will be diluted by drinking water while eating. Therefore, it is being told that drinking while eating makes you fat. Second myth is don't take milk after eating fish. That means people believe that eating fish after taking milk can make the people sick, or spot can appear on skin, but indeed these products may be taken together. Third myth, food taken at late night increases fattening. This thing is wrong. For example, if we take Maggi in noon or night, the fat contents in them will remain the same. Next myth is fourth one, vegetarian cannot build a muscle. Protein are required for building muscles, and it is found in pulses or milk also. So this thing is wrong, that a vegetarian cannot build muscles. Fifth one is egg increases cholesterol. This thing is wrong because eggs contain various nutrients which fulfills the daily requirements. So taking one egg causes no problem. Next myth is potatoes make you fat. Some people used to think that carbohydrates rich food such as rice, potato increases body weight. Carbohydrates are the body prefused energy sources. It does not automatically intake make you fat. Next, low fat or no fat is good for you. Leading dietitians believe that low fat diet loses weight, but there is no need to follow fat free diet. Cutting down on saturated fats and eating unsaturated fats will help. Body needs fat or energy, tissue, repair, and to transport vitamin A, D, E, and K in body. Next myth is low fat milk has less calcium than full fat milk. Skimmed and semi skimmed milk actually have more calcium because calcium is in watery part and not in creamy part of milk. This is the real fact. There are so many other myths also. Some of them are healthy food is expensive, like only overweight person need exercise. This is also wrong. Anybody can do exercise and healthy food is not expensive. Slow metabolism prevents weight loss. Crash dieting or fasting makes you lose weight. These all things are certain myths. Because healthy food we can get from anywhere, like tinned, stored, packed, or seasonal food is expensive, whereas local seasonal food is inexpensive and cheap, easily available. Moreover, it is very nutritious. Likewise, only overweight persons need exercise. That is also wrong. Like anybody can do exercise because everybody need to do exercise. Like only the person makes people think, many people thinks that exercise help to lose weight and do not need to lose weight, whereas exercise helps in keeping healthy physically as well as mentally. Moreover, it manages stress of life and develops socializations and so many disease. It keeps the body disease free also, likewise, etc. Slow metabolism prevents weight loss. Another myth. Slow metabolism prevents weight loss. How come this slow metabolism? Studies prove that resting metabolism is directly related to the body weight, whereas metabolism rate increases with high physical activity. This is also totally wrong. Next one is crash dieting. Crash dieting or fasting makes you lose weight. Crash dieting or fasting makes you lose weight. That means this may be true in short term, but ultimately it can be hinder weight loss. Losing weight over a long term burns of fat, whereas crash dieting or fasting not only removes fat but also leans muscle or tissues. Thus, what happened? The body gains lot of fat or more than that from the beginning, before the fasting, when taken, the diet is taken in a normal way. Thus, exercises are recommended for weight loss plan. Next topic is effects of diet on performance. Diet plays an important role in sports performance as there are lot of activities in games and sports. Thus, individual requires specific diet to improve performance. In almost all sports activities, the diet during training period should be rich of complex carbohydrates along with low fat diet. This diet helps to provide sufficient energy during training period. The diet 1 week before the competition should be rich of complex carbohydrates, that is like rice, wheat, bread, potatoes, cereals, milk, cakes, etc. This actually raises the glycogen stores of energy in the body. Vitamins and minerals should also be maintained during this period. First one is sports nutrition before competition. First point, start taking complex carbohydrates 1 week before which. Second point is glycogen is usually preferred as best energy source for the activity of high intensity. Third point, diet rich in carbohydrates and low in fat, protein and fiber. Fourth point, sufficient intake of fluids to prevent dehydration during competition should be taken. Next, sports nutrition during competition. First point, necessary to stay hydrated and to maintain blood sugar level. Second point, frequent intake of fluids should be taken. Third point, if duration of the competition is more than 60 minutes, take small amounts of carbohydrates at regular intervals, that is 10 to 20 minutes gap should be given. Fourth point, sports drinks may be beneficial during high intensity level activities. Next point, sports nutrition after competition. First point, necessary for proper recovery and to maintain energy level for the next day's competition. Second point, intake of fluids should be taken. Then take some carbohydrates within 15 minutes after the competition to start restoring glycogen. Fourth point, take fruits, juices and sports drinks after the competitions. Fifth point, meals within 2 hours of the competitions containing 100 to 200 grams of carbohydrates and lean protein, that is 20 grams or more than that, should be taken to enhance muscle recovery. Sixth point, take cheese, egg, milk and curd, etc. Seventh point, after 2 hours, take a full balanced meal containing grain, rice, potatoes, cereals, vegetables, fruits and protein. 8 point, 2 grams of carbohydrates per kg of body weight and 40 grams of protein is recommended after the competition. Now children, just see the chart so you can understand according to the sports activities how the sports diet is being taken, that is diet before competition, during competition after competition. This is the chart. See, endurance activities, players like marathon, basketball, football, hockey, cyclist. Then skill activities or speed activities, the player, just like sprint races, middle distance races. Sprint races are 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter, 110 meter hurdle. Middle distance races, that is 1500 meter, 800 meter. And kho, water polo, skating, swimming, etc. And the games, explosive activities and body contact activities like wrestling, kabaddi, judo, that is long jump, high jump, throw jump, triple jump, throws, discus throw, shot put throw, javelin throw. This type of things are known as explosive activities. So these are the sports activities and these are the sports diet, how it is being taken.